All right, Kenman here, and it is time for another All in a Day challenge. That's right. Earlier today, I had no idea this would happen. I went online, I found a knife. I made sure it could be delivered today. I ordered it. It shipped. Here it is. We're doing the unboxing right now. If you need a knife in your life and you cannot wait and you cannot drive anywhere to get it, go online, because you might be able to get one that very day, like I did with this. Let's check it out. What did we get today? I paid full price for this. I do these videos because I love discussing knives and sharing info and ideas with others. If you have any questions or thoughts, please feel free to comment below. We have an Opinel bag on the floor. That's right, everyone. I did it. The one, the only, the Opinel. I do not have one of these in my collection, but I do now. All in a day. There is a lot of different things. There was the first day I did it, there was probably only 10 or 12 selections, but it also could be the time of the day. If you do it earlier in the day, like later in the day, it kind of changes. It could become limited, and then maybe certain times of the week or things are available. There were things that were available the first time that were not available the second time, and so on and so on. You might go on there and you might not be able to get this one in the exact same day. So I can't guarantee it'll work for you, but you go somewhere like Amazon, for example, and type in pocket knives, then type in deliveries, will deliver today, ships today, or whatever, and you might find something cool. So if you're interested in this, check it out. All right, I have the Opinel Savoie, France, made in the French Alps since 1890. Joseph Opinel designed his first pocket knife, creating a tool that is as robust and functional as it is simple and beautiful. From his workshop at the foot of the French Alps, Opinel forged a cult classic, the Opinel No. 8, the design that started it all. This is the size that started it all. Mini bag on the floor. And there it is. I have actually never held one of these that I can recall. Maybe I did once upon a time, but it wasn't memorable enough. So no thumb studs, no flicking hole, no flipper tab. There's the nail nick right there. Boom. That's the action. You know me, love a fidgety knife. The Opinel is not a fidgety knife. It's a functional knife. It's a knife that's been around for a long time. Let's check it out. We've got one. Here it is. All right. What are we looking at? The Opinel. This is the number 8. They have several different numbers, and it's the size, basically the length of the handle and the blade. The number 8 was the first one that was made. This is the original size. No lock, as you notice, like that. So you got that blade can push down, but no, there is a lock right here. You twist this, and that brings it over. I don't know how far you can actually twist that, but that basically gets underneath that edge of the blade, and now it's locked. That's your lock. So that is called the Viro block, the Viro block locking ring. So it's that ring right there. It spins around, gets in the way, locks out that blade from closing. You can do the work you've got with it. Then you can twist that ring back, drop it shut. Simple, functional. Man, it's really light. We will weigh that in a second if I remember. Don't really need the nail nick to get in there. You can just get in there and just grab the blade itself and pull her open. It is a little slick. It's not the easiest to grab. So it is nice. It's got that nail nick right there that you could get your thumb in there if your hands were slick or slippery or wet or whatever. Excuse me. feels pretty sharp. Do I have a piece of paper close by? I do. Ugh. Yeah. Ugh. Yep. Not super slicey if we want to so yep, see it's just the paper. It's the paper. No, I'm just kidding. I need a sharper knife though. It feels thin. God, why is that edge not when I cut this paper? Needs some sharpening, I would say. These are inexpensive. This could have been no more than, I don't even remember, under $20, I think. Maybe 17 bucks, approximately. Who has an Opinel? Someone in the comments will probably say they love these, and there's nothing wrong with that. There is a knife for everyone, and this just might be what you want in your life. Okay, beechwood handle. It's got like a finished beechwood. It's got a smooth feel to it. It's pretty much round. And then you've got that shape for that handle on the back. All right, let's lock this blade out. See what we're looking at here. So it is a stainless steel Sandvik 12C27 blade. I don't know much about it. I know that it's it's corrosion resistant. I cannot talk today. It's resistant to rust and doesn't require too much. So it's, it's a simple, cheap steel, but it doesn't rust super easy apparently. So that kind of helps out if you need to use it for some wet things, but it is a wooden handle, so that wood will swell, so you have to pay attention to that when you're using it. All right, yeah, not real fidgety, not a lot of action. It feels all right, except for it's really light. And I don't like that it's just so, that's basically it. It just doesn't seem to have that tight. Like I got this Rosecraft blades, and this is also a slip joint. I'm sorry. So this one does not have a lock to it, but look at this half stop and how powerful that is. It just feels nice and solid when you do it. Bip, bap, right? Bop. And this one, it's basically it's just sliding and slip stick. So the action's kind of bland. You can lock it closed, so I can twist that lock, so now you can't open it up. It says number 8 right there. Opinel. Pretty simple on the branding. I like that the number 8 is stamped into that. It's a nice little touch. So boom, swing that out, open it up, swing it locked. Doesn't feel too bad in the hand. Sorry, my throat's a little dry today. It's long enough. It's kind of a full size. I got the number 8. Like I said, there's a smaller ones and larger ones, but this fits comfortably in my hand. I can kind of spread out my grip, and there's still a little bit of handle at the end. That little curve out is nice. That helps keep it from sliding out of your hand, which is nice. The wood is nice and grippy. And that handle feels all right. That little bolster section kind of acts as like a jimp, like a single bump jimp right there. Other than that, there are no jimps whatsoever. Blade feels solid when it's open. There doesn't really have any play to it. Yeah, because it's kind of just slip sticks. You can see the way it kind of goes through there. It doesn't really have a lot of movement. It's solid in that area. I'm not really sure how that works inside there. But they have it pretty tight. It's basically, you've got that thing screwed in there really tight, so it doesn't really have a whole lot of movement. It just kind of goes to where you push it to and then just stops right there. Boom. Enjoy these all-in-a-day unboxings? Or do you enjoy it when I screw up? Hit the like button. Subscribe if you would like to see more. Did I say subscribe? subscribe. Man, maybe you enjoy my craziness more than the actual knife content. I don't know. Who has one of these? Who likes these? What do you feel about it? Do you have a number 8? All right, so when you close it, it's basically centered because there's nowhere else for it to go. That slot is basically exactly the thickness of the blade. If you look on both sides, it like falls into that. You can't really move it back and forth in there because there's nowhere for it to go. I'm still kind of soaking this in. Like I said, I've never really examined one too much. I guess it says made in France on the backside right there. Who knows about the inside of there, what that's all about. If that is screwed, you have to slide this cap off. You have to pry out that nub and be interested in taking it apart just to kind of see. All right. Let's get to it. Let's do the nitty gritty. Let's finish this up here. Close up action there. All right, let's measure this up. The number 8 Opinel is 7.5, 7 5/8, maybe end to end. Blade is 3 1/4 with pretty much a 3 3/8 cutting surface with that little bit of curve on the belly. Handle is 4 and almost 3/8 long. Full sizer. Blade thickness is thin, 0.06, not very slicey, but 0.06. I'll try to put an edge on it and see what we get. Handle is nice and wide, 0.8, pretty much round. All the way around. That's pretty much round right there, so that's what you're getting. You're getting a dowel. Feels all right. Weight. 1.5. See, it's really light. So that's kind of what gets me. I compare everything with the pyrite, 3.67. So yeah, that's really light, 1.5. All right. I do use the pyrite as a comparison. It's real nice. Base size, not quite full size EDC. Handle is a little bit shorter, but actually almost the same. Blade is 1/4 inch shorter, but it does have a much shorter cutting surface because it has that front little finger choil right there on the pyrite. But ultimately, this Opinel number 8 is a decent size. And if you want a larger one, they have the bigger ones. They do have the smaller ones. A little bit of variety for everyone in the Opinel world. They got some colored handle ones. They have one with a corkscrew in it. Several different styles available from Opinel. Which ones do you have? Do you like these? Do you hate these? Tell me about it in the comments. I'm interested to see what everyone has to say. But it was another one of those ones for the all in a day. I didn't know I was going to have this in my possession earlier this morning, and yet here it is. But for $17, it's worth the experiment to test it out, see what I think. More stuff coming in the future with this. Let me know what kind of tests you want me to do with it, or if it's just anything more than sharpening, or if you know anything about how we can take that apart. I am interested. Want to see some of my custom stuff? Check out the video up there. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.